Hello and welcome back to Shulchan Aruch HaRav. We continue in Hilchos Shmah, Siman, Samech, Aleph. We pick it up with Sif Yud Zayin. Tzarich lahadgish Yud shel Shema Yisrael. One must be careful to emphasize the Yud of the word Yisrael in Shema Yisrael. Shaloi tivla, so it shouldn't get swallowed up. V'loi tira Aleph, and you won't hear the actual Aleph. It's like or it'll sound. I'm sorry, it shouldn't sound like an aleph. Israel. It sounds like Shema Israel. You got to say Yisrael. V'chein Yud shel v'hayu, and the Yud of v'hayu shelo yeh nishma ki'ilu omer v'ha'u. Right, v'hayu hadivarim. Sif Yud Ches. Tzarich litein revach bein v'chara la'af. You have to put a space between the word v'chara and the word af, which means then Hashem will be angry. But so it shouldn't sound like you're saying v'charaf, that it's and he's blaspheming. No, you don't. That's not the one to say. V'chara af, v'chara af. You got to put a space. Sif Yud Tes. You have to make sure you put a space between words where the first letter of the new word is the same letter as the last letter of the previous word. Shalei tivla ois achas man, so neither of those letters get swallowed. Kigon, for example, al livavecha, right? In the first paragraph, al livavecha. There's a lamed at the end of the al, and there's a lamed at the beginning of livavecha. So you got to make sure you're putting a space there. Al livavecha. Al livavchem is another example. Va'avadtem mehera, right? Avadtem ends with a mem, and mehera starts with a mem. You got to make sure there's a space. Hakanaf psil. The end of kanaf is a fei, and the beginning of psil is a pei. It's very similar. Eschem me'eretz. Again, eschem ends with a mem, me'eretz starts with a mem. V'chein b'chol levavcha, b'chol levavchem. So too, b'chol levavcha, lamed lamed. Ela shebohem. In those cases, this is in both paragraphs, you have this b'chol levavchem, b'chol levavcha, b'chol levavchem. So you got to be careful. Shelo yafsik harbe. You got to make a space, but not too much. Shahareyesh makav bein time. The trup, the cantillation notes indicate that there's a connection there, so you can't make a total separation. So they have to be near each other. Nevertheless, yiten rabach v'hevdol b'lamed. You got to make sure that you're pausing enough in the lamed shiyeh nishma shekari beis lamedim, that you're saying two lameds. Sif chaf. Kol teva shet chilasa aleph v'seif teva shlfanei mem. Any word that the word before ends with a mem and the next word starts with an aleph. Tzarich lahafsik ma'ad beineim. You also have to make a pause between them. Shalei tivla ha'aleph, so you don't swallow the aleph. Kigain v'limadatem oisam. Right? You got to make sure you're getting in ulimadatem oisam, that there's a clear mem and there's a clear aleph. Ukshartam la'oisam, ukshartam oisam. Again, the mem at the end of ukshartam and the aleph at the beginning of oisam. Urisem oisoi by tzitzis. You will see them. Urisem oisoi v'samtem es uzachartem es. All these are examples where there's a mem at one on the end of the first word, and the next word is an aleph. Vasisem es. These are, you got to be careful here. So it shouldn't sound like you're saying moisam, their death. Like it's all one word, or visam temes, like it sounds like mois, like death, or mace, right? Risemoisai, like it sounds like risemoisai. It sounds like moisa. You don't want to make it a new word, and you shouldn't want to talk. You don't want to talk about death in there. It's nothing to do with death, and you don't want to talk about that there, anyways. And the idea here is to make words properly. So in a lot of Sidurim, you'll see there is a line telling you where you're supposed to make these little pauses. And if you're not sure about them, these are some of the rules. And you can review this, and then you'll know the rules. Have a terrific day.